I am Antoine Vauchez. I'm a research professor at the Université Paris Panthéon-Sorbonne. Welcome to my exp. If we are able to maintain an autonomous public sphere, a public sphere where citizens have, or ideally can have, an equal influence on regulation, where a form of equality of participation in public decision is secured, then if this is undermined, then I think it's democracy itself, the legitimacy of democracy itself, which is undermined. Because, of course, equality and equal citizenship is at the very core of our understanding of democracy. I think if there is a sense that some economic forces have a bigger influence than civil society's actors, then I think it's the legitimacy of government that is endangered, and of course the willingness of citizens to obey to these very regulations made by these governments. So I think it's, of course, democracy which is at stake in our capacity to maintain a division between the public and the private, and to protect the sphere of democracy in the end. I think there is actually a quite widespread awareness of public interest in the society. I think there is a sense that we collectively need more public regulation when it comes to multinationals such as GAFA that are somehow accumulating private power, but need to be counterbalanced by a strong public regulation. We also understand that there is a need for public probity of civil servants and of public politicians, and each scandal that explodes, that comes out, shows how diffuse is the sense of public interest and expectations that officials be respecting a certain sense of public ethics. So I think there is a very diffuse understanding of the role of public interest among citizens. I think what is more missing is the levers through which these citizens can actually act and participate to the control of these practicing these public-private partnerships, these new collusive ties that we see between business, the state, and the public affairs companies. I think there is a role that citizens should be playing through, of course, NGOs, but also through public agencies that could give a stronger role to citizens in their role as surveillance, as guardians of this border between the public and the private, because again, this border between the public and the private is not any social border. It's not any professional border, frontier. It's a frontier of democracy itself. So it is a border that needs to be guarded, not only by state actors or even by MPs, but also by citizens and NGOs themselves, who should be somehow caring for this border, because it's part of the public good. I think citizenship is, of course, a notion that relates to the autonomy of the citizen and its equality with other citizens. So one of the essential elements for the empowerment of citizens is their capacity to have an actual effect within the state. So it means that we need a different understanding of the state that is not exclusively geared towards the development of private markets, which is, of course, fully legitimate, but also a state that is cautious and caring about the participation of citizens in all points of the state, in each one of its public policies, as a sort of counterpower inside the state, providing a different voice at each point of public policies. And it's important because the issue is to bring representativeness and to diffuse interests of citizens, diffuse interest of the defense of environment or defense of social rights, which of course are often less well represented within the state or in this transformation.